one side, the Big Orange is just not a color they can sit with, and the other side, Crimson, has them seeing red. Easy to assume everyone here has a lighter in hand, and now we get to see who will use it. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on another SEC rival, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Tennessee's offense will come out first. Tennessee put the big into the Big Orange as they blew out Alabama the last time they met.
I mean, this rivalry meaning so much, and Tennessee smashing the Crimson Tide last year has to do a lot for their confidence. And Palmer, you know the Crimson Tide having a year to stew on that will be a little bit upset.
Alabama was embarrassed last year. Fans, I feel like, have been talking about that game for a year leading up to this one, so they know they've got to be firing on all cylinders early in this game.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there. They create a negative play.
This crowd full of throats, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Looking downfield, it's Addison. Finds his tight end. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. The Volunteers are on the move. To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on first down, open up the entire plate.
And it just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the grab at the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. With the run on first and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was...
Looking for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to 5-yard line. So Alabama's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get this running.
He lost one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So here is the Tennessee offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Dropping back, it's Addison. Looking to take a shot. Got it in stride at the 15. Touchdown ball. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Sets up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. He's got great speed. Score on special teams. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys. Wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Middle Tennessee is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Murfreesboro. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Liberty. Two fan bases with very different emotions in CUSA as we send it back to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Pulls it in down the middle. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. One big play and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, the offense getting a little bit greedy, I think. They had an explosive play the play prior, and they decided to try to pile on, throw the ball right away. But the defense was ready for it. What a great job up front, defeating the block and getting the sack, creating a negative play.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Fires to the big fella. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a critical game, not just in the SEC, but all across college football as well, Dave.
In 1901, going back that far, this rivalry, the fans absolutely don't like each other. They don't like anything about each other. Every time the other team's playing,
oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Catch in stride inside the 15. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points. He's got it all right. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Release to the back. Finds his man down the middle. Pulled down for the tackle.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
Here comes the heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Right down the boulevard, it's good.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
pulls it to Myers to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
The ball's moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw. It's Addison. Firing to the right, complete. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. And the Volunteers getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. The screen, he can go.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver on the middle of the field.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
He'll pull it down on the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. The Volunteers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Grabs it in the middle. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. got a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Tight coverage there did not stop him from making the grab. It's 1st and goal from the 8. They'll immediately call timeout.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Now on 2nd and goal. He might want another play. Here we go. To throw, it's Addison. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown ball! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Alabama, 9.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll give it to him again. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. And the Vols with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Makes the catch. It's Lovett. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game. Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be patting my...
And he'll take it in. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Rides the back on the option, the give. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. He now has 74 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Breaks into the open. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Past the first down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Gain of 31 on the play. That's a first down for the offense.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So 1st down will open up the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for space. It's Lovett. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. The Vols started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And he waltzes in for the score. To the ground with the back. There he goes. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Good work up front to get that 1st down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Right back to the well. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Finds his man. It's Lovett. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
The hand to the running back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a 1st down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The give as they work on that clock. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The give to the tailback. And they're going to put a... They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
And the quarterback takes a knee in victory formation, and he'll get to do it one more time as the clock winds inside a minute. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee.
Well, you got to wonder about the play call there. 3rd and long, hoping to catch the defense off guard, napping, but they weren't fooled. They made a play, got the tackle for loss. Now you've got 4th in California.
Tonight it's Tennessee who will celebrate its victory throughout the Volunteer State as they have turned back the tide to lay claim to this rivalry once again. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.